Hey folks, this is my third take. I keep actually probably when you consider what I was doing over the weekend, it's probably about 15 takes I've tried to put this video together, and it's not an easy one, but it's a necessary one. You see, I was sitting and talking with one of my friends today, and we were discussing what I've seen in life, from Reykjavik all the way to Iraq and parts of the West Bank and Jordan and that area over to in Ecuador and Peru. I was thinking about Brandenburg Gate, and I was thinking about Moscow and some of the things. And here's what it comes down to. We were discussing this, and he was asking about, what I thought was going on in this country today. And here's what I was thinking. I was thinking about, being there at the end of the Cold War, or real close to the end of the Cold War. And that sense of optimism. Like we were on the verge of something that was going to transform this world. The belief that we had just, Gorbachev and Reagan were meeting to discuss strategic arms reductions. We were seeing the wall begin to come down. We were seeing some of the Eastern European governments crumble. And it felt like democracy and freedom was going to just sweep some of the old decaying structures away. And we could do anything. I mean, I remember thinking, what is going to be the next great thing? It was like we were sitting on top of the world, and the United States had just emerged from the longest, darkest war, the undeclared one of our history. And there's a sadness now when I think about that, because we've lost that optimism. We've lost that dream, that vision, that uniting reality that for 100 years we have been the people that they came to help expand freedom to all corners of the earth. We have faced the darkest hour of this world at times, at different points in that 100 years. But they've always looked to us. And today what I see, after 20 years of a war, or a couple of wars, and no end in sight, because they just said, well, we'll leave our troops there for a while yet. I don't see that optimism anymore. I see a United States very tired, and we're bickering among each other. And the bickering is only empowering an aristocratic political caste that has united with the financial aristocrats. For the first time in our history, we have an aristocracy in this country that is seeing themselves as fundamentally better and superior, and seeing their rules as fundamentally different than the rules that govern the country. And I think that's what I see that's changed in the time that I've been in public life, in the time that I've been aware politically and socially and culturally and historically. The optimism, the belief in ourselves is gone. And I don't think we've got the leaders on either side. This isn't, this is about both sides. I don't think we have the leaders that are capable of restoring that optimism. They aren't capable of restoring the vision. And I think I have an answer to that. You can't believe in yourself when you're filled with people that have a loathing of who we are. And they do so because they don't really understand the truth of history. They're if you're on the left, you have a hard time grasping the truth of history. You have this idealized vision of it, but it's not real. Our fight is, how are we going to pull ourselves back together? How are we going to pull this country through this time? How can we become that vision of the city on a hill again? I don't know. But we've got to begin that journey together. And that's what I'm looking for. I want to recover that optimism. I don't think it was just a product of me being 25 versus me being 55. I think there's more to it. I think there's a real sickness in this country, and I think it's coming from the left. And I don't mean the normal, everyday Democrat. I'm talking about the progressive side of the party that really is as malevolent and as wicked as the people on the right that are the supremacists and all that crap. But in the middle, there's a vast number of us that need to start pulling together, or we're going to fly apart. So I'm asking, is there anybody out there who's willing to stand with me and lift the flag high, have some pride, and keep the fight going? Or is it truly the downhill slide for this country? Because if we don't change the trajectory we're going, that's what's happening. Are we going to be consigned to the ash heap of history like so many empires and so many countries before us? Or are we going to come together? Who's with me? Who's going to join with me? I'll talk to you later. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.